Why, hello there, my fellow Voice of the Rings members, and today I'd like to do a quick little guide video on our Lord of the Rings guide playlist on milestones, map skills, and the fastest way to travel around in Middle-earth. Alright, so let's get right into it. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, as always, and I hope you're having a wonderful day in Middle-earth, my friends. Alright, so when you're in the Lord of the Rings Online, you might occasionally come across this thing. It looks like this in every city, every main area. They're all over the map. You can find them on the map if you just click M and you look at the map. They also look like them on, let me just bring it up here a little bit bigger. Look over, let's say, let's go to Breland. You noticed if I go to filters here and go to the icon, which is the milestone icon right there. See it? So I click milestones. There you go. You see them all over the place, right? They're all over the place. Main city areas, Bree, Combs, Staddle, Archet, right? All right, you get my point? Perfect. So what I want to show you today is what is good to have, right? So you get a free milestone skill in your skills. So if you click C and you go to your skills, I have to show you this to you understand this real quick. And go ahead and close everything with the minimizer up here in the top right. And then go to where it says travel skills. All right, so now that you see travel skills, and actually there is one more opening for milestone skills, okay? So there's two different things here. I want to talk about travel skills, I want to talk about skills, and we're going to focus on milestones. Okay, so milestone skills is basically a generic flat skill. They will give you one that allows you to bind to any of these milestones. For example, all right, I'm going to show you how to use it now real quick. All you do is you come up to one of these milestones and you right click on it with your mouse. This comes up with milestones and I have a bunch of maps, but if you have a map, you'll have one and you'll bind it to it. Now, when you click it, it's going to give you a warning. It's going to say you want to blah blah to this location and it's going to replace the other one, right? Now, in this case, I don't want to do that for this particular place, but if you did, you could. But here's the thing. What's a little bit frustrating about the milestone skill sometimes is it's an hour cooldown. So, like, it's great, but what if you go out to do a quest outside of the building, and you come back in, and you just want to come back, you don't want to run back for 10 minutes, you know? But it's an hour cooldown, right? Well, here's the nice little thing, you guys. There are two different skills in the LOTRO store that I'm going to tell you about to get right now, and then also, I would recommend when they have sales on the milestone skills, you should definitely get more, because I don't know if there's even a limit. As you can see here, I have many here on the left. These are all milestone skills. You can know when you hover it, it'll be like location, right? It'll tell you the location. And there is a difference between the milestone skills and the normal travel skills. Now, again, when you get this one upgrade, I believe it does decrease all of them to 5 minutes. All right, so there's one called the Explorer of Middle-earth. Let me turn something on here real quick. There it is. Okay, and now we're going to open up the store here. And basically what's going to happen right now is that we are basically going to look up these skills. Now, I do have them on this character, so I think I can look what I've owned in the past. But again, you might see these. These are not what I'm talking about. When it says map to whatever, and it says right here, instantly travel to Alberg, located in Middle-earth. One use. No. You don't want one use, okay? I'm talking about milestone skills. So these are nice if you want to get somewhere fast and you don't have to travel there first to get the milestone or the horse place, but you don't need this. Don't worry about this. That's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about milestones today. All right. Now featured, I'm not sure. Let's see. No. Got my L there. All right, that's something else. Nope. Okay. So the thing is, it's not going to show up for me because I already... Oh, look at that, a silver badger. It's not going to open for me because I already own it. There's two different travel skills, all right? And I will link their names in the description because I'm... Well, you know what? They might be in my bios. Hold on one second here. I will find them for you now. Haha, okay. So here's a way to know if you don't already have it. Go into your skills, you go into passives, and I already have it. So here's the names of it if you want to buy them in the LOTRO store. So it's the Expedition Traveler right here. So return to your skill and milestone skills. So it's both your return skills that you get. By the way, if you're curious about return skills, you get them from bartering places or earning them or certain ways to get them. So it is the but it will reduce the cooldown of both by 25 minutes. So now you're down at a 35-minute cooldown, right? For your skills. But there's another one you can also get in the store called Returning Traveler. This return to skill time reduced by 30 minutes, all right? So these stack. So what happens is 25 plus 30, my friends, is 55, right? All right, well, guess what? That 60-minute timer on all your skills are now 5 minutes, which granted, another thing I want to show you right now, and I am going to switch this right now. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to do, instead of this, I'm going to do that one. Bind, yes. So now this skill is this place. Now, here's the thing you have to remember, though. They do have a global cooldown. So, for example, I'm going to use to come back to this thing, okay? Actually, I don't need to come back to this. I'm going to go to the Noble Gate. I will show you right now. What's going to happen is these will all go on cooldown that are milestone skills. If you notice, my housing transportation and my other ones will not go on cooldown. Okay, so here's the test. So you guys can all see what I'm talking about. Also, I can get rid of that blocker thing. All right. Boom. All right. So now I'm over here. Now, if you notice, these all went on cooldown, right? Because these are all milestone skills. But they all have a linked cooldown of only 5 minutes instead of an hour. So now I can be traveling around with these things because 5 minutes isn't very long. Same thing with your normal skill ones. So again, if you're curious, well, where do you find the skill abilities, right? These, the travel skills. Well, these are earned. The dwarves get a racial one to return to Thorin's Hall. Elves get one for one of the places, I can't think of it right now off the top of my head, and elves get Michael Delving. I mean, the hobbits get the Michael Delving, right? So on and so forth. So you get that. These are rather simplistic and straightforward to get, the normal travel skills. They're all have to do with you are getting barter, places you can barter for. So if you get high respect with Thorin's Hall, you can barter for the travel ability, not Thorin's Hall, Erebor, you can travel to the Lonely Mountain because I earned it and I bought it from their barter. And then, you know, racial, that, and there's a couple other ways to get them. But these are permanent skills that I have forever. They're not one-time use like those ones in the store I was showing you that you should not get those. If you're going to get anything in the store, you should be buying more milestone skills. So now, again, I'm going to show you one last thing here. I'm going to open the store one more time. So if I type in milestone. Oh, maybe it's, this is a little, the store's a little tricky sometimes. You have to, oh. Helps when there's an L. That might be why it didn't work. Alright, there we go. So, again, I do not believe there is a limit to these, but I will read it for you real quickly. Unlocks an additional skill to bind to milestones. These are what I'm talking about, okay? This will allow you to bind to multiple milestones without having to remove the destination of a bound destination skill, one of your other milestone skills. Destination skills are on the same cooldown channel with each other. Reset 60 minutes after use, 30 minutes with Hurried Traveler. This adds a permanent skill to your character. So these, I don't know the limit to these. This is number 8. I have 7 of them. You could probably go up quite a lot and have quite a few of them. But again, here's what it looks like. I'm going to buy one so you guys can see it right now. All right. So now if I go into my skills, you will notice if I go to my milestones, there's a new one. See this? See how here's all mine that are on cooldown? There's number 8 that I just bought. So now I can go and put this on my tracker and bind this to a milestone, right? So if I go over to the milestone over here, and I right click it, there's my new one, right? And now I can use it. And again, they don't tell you in the description that the other 25-minute one stacks on it too. It just told you the Hurried Traveler stacks on it, but the 25-minute one does too. So you can get them to 5 minutes, you guys. They don't tell you that in the description. So get both of those different abilities, which I showed you, Hurried Traveler and Expedient Traveler, whatever it was. Yeah, okay, you remember. You remember. You can look at the video again. But anyway, so I hope that helps you out. You should definitely get both of those if you're going to do milestones and traveling. This is the fastest way to be able to get around besides horse traveling, right? Besides swift travels. But it's very helpful when you're questing and you go out here to quest out in the outskirts and you want to get back real quick to turn it in. So you just teleport back 5 minutes and you could go back out again, that kind of thing. It's very handy. I highly recommend it to all of you to get these. And they're not really, you can tell it was only 395 LOTRO points, which is not really that much, but I would recommend that you wait for sales because they occasionally have sales on them and they're like half off. It's a little bit of save of your LOTRO points. But anyway, my friends, I hope that helped you guys out a little bit. So that was about milestone skills and the best upgrades to get in the LOTRO store for them. One of the fastest ways to travel around Middle-earth, in my opinion, besides horse swift travels. And then, of course, you can buy those instant maps that are one-time use for like 50 points too in the store. If you're really anxious to get somewhere without having to travel, you could do that. And then there's also the normal skills, the normal travel skills. One is a racial skill, right? For me, dwarf, I have my racial skill right here. Whoop. And you notice right here, see, and if I put that on, I get returned to Thorin Hall, right? So that's a racial one for me. But then again, you can earn them over time not the milestones, but the regular travel skills, and buy, you know, respect for places and stuff, and get special travel skills. And they're all really handy. As you can see, I have tons here. And then one last thing, if you buy a house, and I have a housing video, so you should check that video out on the guide playlist. You can get, it'll automatically give you one for your personal house, and it goes to all your characters on that account, on that server. And then it'll give you one for your kinship house, if you're in a kin, to all your characters on that server that are in the kinship, right? And then you also have one if you have the premium housing, like in Dol Amroth or whatever. You also get one for that. All right. Well, I hope that helped you out, my friends. You guys have a wonderful day in Middle-earth. It was a little longer guide video than usual, but I thought this would help some people out because I think this is something that everyone should know in Lord of the Rings Online. Because one thing in MMOs that can get tedious is travel. And I do love there's fast travels in this game because that would be annoying otherwise. Even though it is a beautiful game to travel in, I must say. So check out our LOTRO tour playlist if you'd like to see cool things. All right, have a good day, guys. See you in the next episode of Voice of the Rings. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hello guys, I wanted to add something on real quick to the end of this video. I know I was about to finish it, but if you notice, I want to show you where you get the normal skills. Remember I was telling you get them from Reputation? Well, here right here is a Reclaimers of Mountain Hold Reputation Quartermaster, and you see the star, it's a Reputation star. If I click him right here, if you look right here, I can get this Return to the Noble Gate, and that will give me the ability permanently of a travel here. Not a milestone, but the travel skills. And I can get that right now. If you notice, they are different ones for different classes. This is where you would come get them for this Noble Gate in the new area. So there, and you notice it doesn't go into my inventory. It just goes into my required the skill. So now if I go into my skills, I will have the new bind we just got, and then I also have this area right here, which again is a 5-minute cooldown because of the other things. So again, you guys have a wonderful day in Middle-earth. I know I just said it, but don't forget to click the subscribe button. The next episode's on the top left, and our main playlist of LOTRO tale will be right there. And you guys have a wonderful day in Middle-earth, my friends. Enjoy!